Hello everybody, this is Dee from Dee's Cute and Crafty, and I am a part of the Unusual Snowmen DIY Challenge hosted by 6 Kids and a Glue Gun and Crafts in Mimi's World. Thank you so much, ladies, for hosting this lovely challenge. It was awesome. I had a blast. And thank you, Arrows DIY, for inviting me to participate. So I just wanted to get on here and say that before the video starts. There are going to be links in the description box for everything. There'll be a link for the playlist for this challenge. There will be a link for 6 Kids in a Glue Gun and also for Crafting in Mimi's World. Their links will be in the description box. Please check out all the awesome content creators that are in this Unusual Snowman DIY challenge. You're going to get so much inspiration. You're not going to know what to do it yourself. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Thanks, guys. If you like this content, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I would greatly appreciate it. Bye. So for DIY number 1, you are going to need some yarn. I have 3 different kinds of yarn that I'm using. I have all kind of yarn, actually. Some batting, and that's optional. You're going to need a piece of cardboard, a paper towel roll, and some scissors. And we're going to make some little snowman hat. This is nothing new. This is going around everywhere. It has been for years. I've seen it on Pinterest, Facebook, and also on YouTube. I love doing this because this is pennies, just pennies, because this is something you're going to throw away anyway. And I love taking something that I otherwise would have just pitched in the garbage and then realize, oh, wow, I can use this for this and make something beautiful and save a little money. So we're just going to use the paper towel holder and make some circles or some rings, cut some rings out of that so we can secure this yarn to it. And you can also take these little hats and make a garland for your fireplace. There's so much you can do with them, and they're super cute and really easy to do. Thank you to Arrows DIY for inviting me to be a part of this Unusual Snowman DIY challenge hosted by none other than 6 Kids and a Glue Gun and Crafting in Mimi's World. Thank you, ladies, for hosting this wonderful event. I appreciate being invited, and I'm so happy to be here. So I've got my rings cut out, and now I'm just going to take my red yarn and I am going to wrap it around the cardboard about 30 or 40 times. You could wrap it around like some people take their 2 fingers and space them out and do it that way. But I like the cardboard better. I have better control over it. It doesn't cramp up my hands. So it's a win-win just to use the cardboard. I'm going to go ahead and cut one end of that loose. It's going to give me a lot of strings that I can use to make this cute little hat. So I'm taking one of the rings and I'm going to take a piece of the yarn and loop it over in half evenly. And then I'm going to take that loop and slide it underneath the cardboard and then just put my 2 pieces of string through the loop and pull down. Make sure that you do it the same every time. Make your loop. Make it even, go underneath the cardboard ring, take your strings, pull it through the loop, and pull those strings down. The strings need to be pulled in the same direction every time. And now that I've got all of my yarn on the ring, I'm going to take all of those loose strings and push them through the center of that ring. And that gives you a really nice brim for your hat. And I'm just pushing those pieces in and smoothing them down, getting everything nice and neat. And then I'm just going to take another piece of yarn and put it underneath those strings, or lay the strings on top of the yarn, and then go ahead and tie a knot. That is going to give us the pom-pom at the top that we are going to trim later. And you can tie it as high or as low as you want, just depending upon how you want your hat to look. So we're going to give it a nice tie there and put a knot there. And then we are going to split that pom-pom straight down the middle. and tie that string in the center. I'm not explaining this well, but you guys just watch. Just tie a knot down the center of those strings. Down the center of that pom-pom. There you go. And tie it one more time. And at this point, you have these 2 long pieces of yarn left over, which you can take and tie them up, make a loop, and you can use that as the way to hang an ornament. This can be an ornament for your tree, but I'm using it as a snowman hat for my unusual snowman DIY. So we're going to give it a trim, fluff that pom-pom out, take a look at it, trim it a little bit more, fluff it out, and there you have it. Now, this is if you are going to make it as a garland. You want to stuff the batting in it, so I'm just showing you. You want to stuff the batting inside of it to give it some form, and then you will string it on some jute or some yarn, whatever you choose, and you could use it as a garland for your fireplace or even on your tree. But I'm not going to do it that way, so I'm going to take the batting out, and I'm going to choose one of the hats. I've made several off camera. And I'm putting the hat on so that I have better placement of where my eyes on my light bulb, unusual DIY snowman should be. I love saying that, unusual DIY snowman. Okay, you guys, it's late and I'm silly. Anyway, I'm taking one of my orange leaves left over from fall, from all my fall crafting. I'm just going to I'm going to cut a carrot kind of shape for the nose for my snowman. And then I'll just get that glued on. Being very careful not to burn myself because this is a very small piece of fabric. There's his nose. And we're going to go ahead and give him a mouth. And you guys, I'm going to tell you right now, all of my snowmen are going to look exactly the same as far as their faces go, because it's the only face I know how to make. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Because the light bulb, of course, is round on the bottom and the snowman will not be able to stand on his own, we're going to take one of those rings and just wrap it in some of this gray fluffy yarn, and it is going to act as a scarf and also make him stand. Just gluing him down inside that ring, and I'm not gluing on any of the hats on any of these projects because I like the option of being able to change the hat around if I want to. Gonna make a bow and just glue it to the side of the what we're calling a scarf. And here's our first unusual snowman. On to DIY number 2. We're gonna use some of this chalk paint, but yeah, then I changed my mind and decided not to. And then I have a piece of orange ribbon. I have one of these breadboards from Dollar Tree. I was so glad to find it. And I changed my mind on the chalk paint and decided to use some of this wrapping paper that I got from Dollar Tree with the white polka dots on it because it reminded me so much of snowflakes. And I thought, oh, this would be super cute. Let's use it. And I can, you know, not have to clean up the mess from my paint and clean my brushes. So it's a win-win. So we're just going to get this glued down with one of the Dollar Tree craft sticks, crafting glue sticks. Nice amount of glue on there. And just flip it over. My paper was way too big. I did not need that much paper. I don't know what I was thinking. Just going to smooth it down using my little tool to smooth it down. And this came from the Dollar Tree, very much like the scraper or spatula from Cricut, although it's not, but it works just as good. Just going to cut off the excess paper, and that's why I said I used way too much paper. And I am going to go in with my gator and sand down the edges, and that's going to give me a very, very nice, neat, finished edge around this breadboard. But apparently before I do that, I'm going to cut the nose out from this piece of orange ribbon. There we go. Now we're sanding. Look how clean those edges are. I just love it. Now that that's all done, we're going to go in and make the same face that I made on DIY number 1. Now I'm going in with some leftover scraps of fabric that I had from a previous project, and I'm just fraying the edges out a little bit. We're going to make a scarf. And with this other piece of fabric, I'm going to cut 2 strips of it to make the tails of the scarf. I'm going to fray the ends out on that as well. I love that this piece stands on its own. I didn't have to put Jenga blocks on the back or anything like that. And then there's his little hat. But you'll see me go back and do a little bit more to him because I felt like he was a little naked. He needed a little something else. But on to DIY number 3. So here I have one of these long white Dollar Tree candles. I have some old scrap fabric, the red and black buffalo check, which I love. And I have a orange Sharpie and a black Sharpie. And I'm just going to glue this fabric around the bottom of this candle. The easiest thing ever. It is such an easy one to do, and it's really cute, and you can actually burn it. Now I'm just putting the hat on again to give me better placement of where the face should be. And I'm going to draw that same face. It's all I got. It's all I know. But it's cute, it's whimsical, and I like it. And that is it for him. But then I thought, let's see what else I can do to him. So he's going to end up getting some jute twine, just like Snowman number 2. I just got carried away with the twine. After I put it on this one, I thought, ooh, the other one would look good with some on it too, so why not? Just going to tie a jute bow to put at the bottom of that scarf. Add a little character, a little something something. I think it's super cute. This was a fun project to do, and it is my first Christmas DIY of the season, so it actually is getting me motivated to do more Christmas DIYs. All right, you guys, this is the final reveal. This is what I came up with, and I am super happy with all 3 pieces. They're cute. They were easy and inexpensive. The light bulb cost me nothing because it was a light bulb that had blue, and I was going to pitch it, and I thought, oh no, let's use this. So again, these are things that would have ended up in the garbage anyway, and I love that I took them and made something beautiful with them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this content, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I would love to have you as part of the Cute and Crafty family. Again, check out all of the content creators in the description box below, in the playlist. Get some inspiration from them. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Craft something beautiful, you guys. Bye.